This is Sean Sport in podcast form.
Now, it's a very important reason why Aaron Sandlands is in the house, actually. But before we get to that spot, I just want to say quickly. So, it's been a while since you've been in here. In fact, it's nearly 11 years since you won a bet against Nathan and he went on his last date. 11
years, and I've heard he hasn't been on a date since, Sean, so I think it'd be a great opportunity that we set it up again.
Should someone call in now?
I would love it if someone called in and we could set this up again.
I'm not going.
The last time was the bet when Fremantle played Essendon.
Yes.
I remember it clearly.
So do I.
God,
When did they next play?
That day was so traumatic for me. That really was. It was a lot.
Well, I think you just need to open your heart.
No,
What,
no, I
Nate,
can't.
what happened with the dessert thing that you...
I rocked up, and you just know. Like, at first, it was very uncomfortable for me because I don't date, let alone date with someone filming it and recording
Yeah,
it.
of course,
And
of course.
so I rocked into the restaurant, and yeah, no, it's no calls, by the way. So we've solved that problem. So anyway, I've
Give it time.
So I please don't call. So anyway, I rocked into the restaurant, and then I realised straight away this isn't going to be happening at all. And so I went straight. So I was going to go to the bathroom, went straight into the kitchen, and said, "Excuse me." And they said, "Yeah." I said, "Do you know what's happening here?" And they said, "Yeah." I said, "Can we just Can we get this happening?" And I said, can we get the courses out really quickly? And I said, and please don't offer dessert.
And don't let him order a well-done steak.
I said, and I wouldn't even mind if you made the portion smaller so we can get through the meals quicker. And then I went out, and I think the date lasted 12 minutes.
Well, we'll have to wait until that Essendon game comes
Yeah,
up.
I'm just trying
Natalie's
to
just looking
find
for
it.
it at the moment.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Spide, you're on the Starlight Foundation board. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so today's a important day for Starlight Day, and we're hoping to raise $1 million. And there's 26,000 kids that need the Starlight's help, and it's all about putting smiles on sick kids' faces. So, unfortunately, I was on the receiving end of that and saw how important the Captain Starlight's, the Starlight Room, and what Starlight does is in hospitals. And yeah, it was there was an opportunity to jump on and continue helping out, and really enjoyed it.
For your oldest, Sloane, she's been through some battles there, and you spent a hell of a lot of time in the hospital, and so you would have got close to some families and to the Starlight Foundation area in particular, which we've all been able to visit. Yeah,
No doubt, and I think obviously you don't want any kid to go through any form of adversity, but when they are, and there's that chance that for that 5-minute window that the Captain Starlight's come in the room and put a smile on someone's face when they're in serious pain. They're worth their weight in gold. So, yeah, I know everyone's generous in Perth, and, there's a lot of charities out there, but Starlight is a great one, and we'd love it if you could jump on board.
And it doesn't affect you until it affects you.
Yeah, that's
you know what
right.
I mean? So, you want to hope it never does, but then you thank God for the Starlight Foundation. It's so bright and happy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Just everything to do with it is so lovely.
They do a great job. And because it's Starlight Day today, donations are going to be matched dollar for dollar as well. So you can, double your impact really by donating today.
Yeah, that's right. There's some great partners in the background that, financially help out. And so today's dollar for dollar. So every dollar you donate is going to be matched by someone else, which is pretty cool.
So Freo have the Starlight Day, which has been a really great fundraiser for the Dockers helping out and lending a hand.
Yep.
Initially, how did you enjoy that before you were there as a father?
Yeah, look, when I was only early on in my career when the connection between Starlight and Fremantle happened, and became an ambassador for the footy club, and got to go in and spend time with kids that were crook and put a smile on their face, which was really enjoyable and made you feel very proud that you could help someone out. And then unfortunately sat on the other side of that. But, the connection there between the footy club and Starlight's huge, and, that Purple Haze game is something else in WA, and so many people jump on board that and they raise some serious coin.
And Sloane's doing good now?
Yeah, she's flying along, mate. Got her attitude back and acting like most 11-year-olds do. So,
Yeah, you're in a
Well, when
world
your
of
kid's
pain.
going through something traumatic like that,
Yes.
and they do start giving you lip, it must be such a decision of, can I go them yet?
yeah.
Do you remember the first time that she got past all the scary stuff and you could go her about something?
Yeah, look, mate, we obviously won Lotto with Sloane. She's back full health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And living her best life now. And yeah, I enjoy it when she fires up, because that she is fit and healthy.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
feeling feisty again, yeah.
Spot, how do you go with you got four women in the house, of course?
Yeah.
Beautiful wife and 3 daughters.
Yeah, 12-hour days at work helps.
whenever we see past players come through here, and like Sean, Sean, you live and breathe football. Of course, you do it for a job, but like, what about you? Did you keep your connection to football? Like, do you live and breathe it still? Do you know that Harley reads on the back page of the paper every day?
No, I enjoyed stepping away. Look, business took up a fair bit of time, and I was ready for a bit of a change.
Yeah.
Obviously stayed involved and helped out on the ruck side of things, but I wasn't fanatical watching every game of footy and reading the back page of the paper. But
People must still ask you about it, though, right? Because and offer advice to what's wrong with Fremantle, for
Because
example.
remember, you
on any
wouldn't
given day.
go to the supermarket after a game when you
Yes.
used to be on with us because people would
everybody
yell
gets
at unsolicited
feedback.
advice and you couldn't. Everyone saw you two aisles away.
That's right.
But it's part and parcel. Look, you need the passion for the game to be what it is.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword at times. But you can't fault people for being passionate about the footy side.
And you built your company. So, like Sean,
Yes.
you saw something the other day that was very impressive.
Well, I was driving down Stock Road and I was heading towards Spearwood area, and I had one of the boys in the car anyway. I was going, check out this big truck next to us, and it's got Gecko Contracting on there. Now that's Spider and his brother and his dad's company. And I'm thinking, how big is this business getting when they've got a truck?
Massive truck.
Nova's doing pretty well. We don't have trucks. How many trucks do we have? How many trucks you got?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've got a few.
Oh, you can't even count the number of trucks.
I don't even know.
Are you kidding me?
How many staff you got, Spot?
Around the 55 sort of mark. Yeah.
Jeez,
Someone's
Spot.
doing well.
So, and it's landscaping? Is that the gist of it?
Yeah, landscaping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your enemy Jim?
The old man used to be a gym. He had a gym franchise. So
Yeah.
Jim has that. Did your old man go to the campus, the Jim's campus?
Jim's University.
over in went
Yeah.
over there for 4 or 5. I think when you first started, it's a 4 or 5 day course. You go
Do
over
you
there.
have a campus where people go to learn how to?
No, Nathan. No,
Edge?
it's all on job training and yeah.
Did you have to go there because you're working for your dad for a long time?
Yeah, no, I didn't. No, the old boy went across to that one and
Didn't get the license. Didn't get the
You're a
normal
Jim's
license,
University
mate.
dropout.
Yeah.
Another question: Are you real mad about your lawn, Spide? I know you've recently
Oh, you would
moved,
be, wouldn't
but are
you?
you a real mad
Yeah,
lawn
no, I'm
person?
fanatical. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a lawn person.
If birds land on it, do you get angry? Is that how angry you get? Is that how full on you are? You know when people put things on their lawns to stop birds from coming there?
No, not really.
No.
Birds
that
are okay,
bad.
but what about if somebody was to park on your verge?
Yeah,
Would
it's
you
a
be-
no-go.
It's a no-go. Are you always out checking the sprinklers, make sure they're working?
Yeah, you got to make the most of be water-wise.
Do you feel that people judge you for your lawn, given you're in the biz?
Yeah, I think it plays
Yeah,
a little bit of
yeah.
a part. Yeah. Yeah.
What lawn did we go with? What?
I've got buffalo lawn.
Yeah, I could
is
tell
it-
you're a
Hardy?
Buffalo guy.
Is Buffalo the one?
So
Well, it's
Walter.
Hardy.
So Walter.
So Walter's the best
Yeah.
to go for.
Yeah.
And next question: have you registered your lawn? Are you a registered lawn owner?
No, I'm not, Sean. No.
Too much paperwork.
There'd be too many. You'd be too scared to park on my lawn.
What's your
Don't
home
need to register.
mowing situation? Do you have a ride on, or do you have like the top gear?
Yeah. We got all bits and pieces like that, Nathan. Yes.
So do you
Very
you
cagey
mow
about that.
your own
He doesn't want
lawn,
to talk
or
about
do you-
his vehicles, does he?
No.
His trucks, his lawn
Do you
mowers.
send your workers around to mow your lawn, or do you do it yourself?
No, I like to get a bit of Aaron time and have
Aaron
an hour
time?
with the
I get
earphones
it.
in and
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
head-
spend some time with old lady lawn.
It's head muffs on that can't hear any children or wives.
That's
yeah,
right.
Got it.
Well, Spide, it is always great to see you and have you in here. Let's do another plug for the Starlight Foundation. Of course, www.starlight.org.au. You can head there to donate.
Donate today too, because that's the day that the donation's going to be matched dollar for dollar. So,
yeah, match dollar for dollar today,
Yeah.
and it goes till the end of the month. And
Yeah.
then hoping to raise that $1 million mark, and it'll
Get
go
behind it,
it'll go a
everyone.
long way.
If your kids ever had to be at Perth Children's Hospital or whatever, you know what great work they do. So get on
For
board.
sure.
Good to see you
Great to
again,
see you,
Aaron
big fella.
Sandilands.
Thanks for having me,
Hey.
guys.
Go
And look,
count
for-
those
look
trucks.
forward to the Essendon game, Shawnee.
Yes, we'll mark that off in the
Oh
calendar.
yeah, it's,
Get you back
it's
in there.
round
Yeah, yeah,
21, I think.
Yeah, lock it in.
Round-
Nathan's saying, what's this?
Round 21.
Well, we're going to have him in round 21 because that was what happened many years ago. And if he proposes something to you, you do not have
we
to
can't
take it on board.
I'm sorry, we can't trust him anymore. Remember the time everyone, if you're listening right now, this man, Aaron Sandilands, one day came in, I'm minding my own business, doing the radio. No one works harder.
No.
As I'm talking, next minute I feel this unbelievable pain. He, under the table, without me knowing, has an electric cattle prod and then electrocutes me. For no reason.
We can bring it back.
Sunday, August 4th.
August 4th, right?
August
We'll have a
4th.
conversation about
We'll
that.
see you Friday, August 2nd, okay, to set
He's
this
getting
up.
frisked on the way in. right now.
Sean Sport in podcast form.
Yeah, Nova Sport with Caitlin Bassett, all right.
Sponsor.
She said one thing. What did you say?
Do I get a car?
Do I get a Hyundai? Caitlin, turn around. No, I'm joking.
As if it would be here in the studio.
No, it's someone with Kate. She's still dead around.
Nice try,
Yeah,
though.
we'll work on getting you a car.
Yeah.
Car sponsorship, for sure, Hyundai.
Yeah, just
for
make it big
sure.
enough for me and
It's
Chino.
unfortunately
Happy
the
days.
tiniest one that they
Oh,
have.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Caitlin, big game on the week. There's a big game coming up, of course. We've got the top of the table clash against the Melbourne Vixens. We want to beat the Melbourne Vixens all the time because they're the Melbourne
And they're
team.
hurting because they just got knocked off too.
Actually, in fact, we've got tickets to this Sunday's game.
Stop.
Let's hear it for the best seats in the house with Bankwest 132410. Caller number 6 will be able to get that double pass. But the game on the weekend, let's go back to that Sunshine Coast. Lightning. No,
No.
sorry, it was against the Thunderbirds
Adelaide
ago.
Adelaide Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds
It
ago.
was the Jamaican spicy battle. The
Yeah.
6
Yes,
Jamaicans
I
out
know.
on court. It was so exciting. There was so much aerial work going on.
It was next level.
So
Yeah.
Shamira Sterling Humphrey, she's probably a little bit shorter than me. She has a 50-centimetre vertical elevation. So
And one of the best names.
That's like
so,
huge.
And
Could she
she's the
dunk it?
goalkeeper again. And
she's the goalkeeper.
I know,
Yes.
but could she dunk?
Oh, I reckon she could definitely dunk.
You're not allowed
yes.
to dunk in netball,
You
are
can't
you?
dunk, but if,
No,
if
no,
she
but I'd like to
chose
see it, though.
basketball, yeah.
What was amazing to me is that every now and then, for some reason, the ball after a goal was scored, the ball would get stuck in the net, and like they didn't have to jump; they just reach up and go like that and tapped it out. And I'm like, what?
It's so good.
I've been shaking the pole like this so tomorrow.
Nah, it was a great game for more than one reason. I think the week before against the Firebirds, they dominated. It was a 36-goal
Yes.
shellacking, whereas the Fever were down at half-time by 3 goals,
Yeah.
which is a really weird position
Was
for
the
them to be
second
in.
quarter where they lost it by 4, didn't
They
they?
did. They really struggled in the second. I think they're not used to having so much pressure through the mid-court. And when they do, they can just bomb a long one into Fallon Nemard, who's just
Yes.
this absolute dominant target for them in the back. So they couldn't do that because Shamira Sterling Humphrey, she can out-jump her. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if she's in
Amazing.
front, behind, like anywhere.
She sounds so rich, doesn't she?
Oh, she's
does.
amazing.
She's
absolutely
house
as an
wives.
athlete,
Sterling
extraordinary,
Yeah.
and like a real whipper, tiny
Yes.
little thing,
Yeah,
really.
her legs are like this, they're
Yes.
tiny. But down the other end, there was also another Jamaican matchup, and Katie Ann Dehaney, so she's the West Coast Fever goalkeeper. I feel like she was a little bit jealous that there wasn't enough fuss made about her in the pre-game because she came out to play. Like
Did
in the
she?
first quarter, she
And
picked
she
up
was
like,
BOG in
yeah,
the end.
she was the best.
But she was warned in the last quarter for getting lippy to the umpire, which you don't see very often in netball.
She reckons, I had a chat to her yesterday, she reckons she got lippy to herself, like she just had a
Yes.
crack at herself, and then she didn't realise she'd done something wrong and the umpire heard her and said, no, like, be quiet, stand out of play. And then for me, if I'm not a defender, clearly, but as a defender, the next ball coming down, I'd be like, I need to get away from my
Yeah.
play as far as possible, because then after a warning,
Yeah.
the next one is a send-off.
How many times have you been sent off in your career?
0 because I'm a princess shooter
Yes.
and I never do anything wrong. So anyway, Lucy Austin, the young goal shooter from the Thunderbirds, she comes screaming along the baseline and Dehaney just matches up on her. She gets an offensive contact call. She wins it. They end up winning the game by a goal. Like,
by
it
a
was
goal,
amazing.
and it was so tight.
Yeah,
like it went
good.
down to the very last second.
It was fancy.
Caitlin, in a game when you're playing against someone who's very physical, what do you do to combat that?
I
Do you try to hurt
Nipple
anyone on
cripple?
court?
Nah. So, sorry, I can't remember that one. Do you know what? I would laugh and just try and stay really cool and casual. So part of
yes.
my demeanour when I was playing was that like I just tried to be happy all the time. So the more you hit me, the more I'd smile. The more I'd just take every ball. The more I'd take every penalty.
I
So,
pretend that they smell.
yeah,
I bet.
yeah.
Every assault. I walk past and go,
Nath, I did that one game.
did you?
Yeah, we played Essendon one day, and I
Mind
did
games.
that.
Who
What,
too?
pretend-
There's a
did
guy
they
called
smell?
Blake Carosella.
So what'd you
yeah.
do? Would you go?
Well, they were all picking on me.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
what'd you do?
And then I went, oh, and I told him to whatever, and I said, you stink. your BO's disgusting. And then I kept going about it.
You went personal.
You smell like 1,000 bums.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing was, all his teammates were agreeing. That was the thing.
Okay, that is so funny.
You could tell their eyes were like, oh,
What
got
can I
him.
do? I'm going to say he smells. That's great. It's foolproof.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Pong on.
pongy.
No.
Okay, this week against Melbourne Vixens.
Yes,
Tough.
Melbourne Vixens. So Vixens, we had pumped this up. It was going to be the 2 unbeaten sides, but Vixens lost to the Lightning. So you were right about the Lightning early. They lost to the Lightning last week. So they're going to be, like Nat
Firing.
said, a little bit feisty coming in. It's a Sunday game, 2 p.m. The crowd the other night was so amazing, so loud, and I reckon if they can get a similar crowd again, it's going to help get Fever over the line.
Now, you were disappointed that Aaron Sandlands isn't joining us for another hour or so because you wanted to speak to him about some tall person
You wanted to
issues.
have group therapy about being tall.
What happened?
I mean, I come in here purely to hang out with Harry, so I feel like I'm slightly
Yeah.
normal because
So-
apparently we are shockingly tall.
Well, you are, because
Yeah.
I'm 6'3", right? I'm 6'3". You're what, Harry?
6'6".
6'6", and you
6'4".
are. Because once you get over 6'3", because I don't get shocked
Oh,
looks.
6'3".
No, I'm
the
experiencing.
threshold.
No, I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing people's reactions to my height. I don't get any shock. Like some people go, "Oh, you're taller than I think you are," but there's not height. People gasp in awe when they see you two because and it's just the addition of an extra inch.
I'd love to say they don't, but they do.
I don't think it's awe. I think
Well, they're
gasp.
shocked. They're
It is.
shocked.
It's like,
So what happened?
oh, so I was buying a paper the other day, and just at this news agent's like, "Here you go, just this one," and the guy just stood and stared at me with his mouth hanging open. He just went, "How tall are you?" I'm like, come on, I get it. Like, yes, I might have shocked you by being tall, but
His mouth gaping open.
gaping. And like we've talked about it, like a child gets a leave pass
Yes,
at the
that's right.
shops
Kids
all the
would do
time.
that, yes.
Kids, she's taller than our daddy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get that.
Did Daddy play for Australia? No, he didn't.
And
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
So I get that. I was a turd like that when I was a
Yeah,
child. I
yeah.
used to walk around and say
Yeah, well,
some
kids
pretty
have got no
horrible
filter,
things.
but adults do. And so, yeah.
Goodness.
Hey, Caitlin, one of the things was talked about on the news last night was Elliot Yeo having an offer tabled by the Adelaide Crows, right, for a lot of money. When you were playing for the Fever and then you've moved around a couple of clubs, did you have a manager that you had to play a few games with back at your club to make sure you got the most out of them, or did you have opportunities that
Hey,
weren't
Caitlin,
actually
if we
there?
hold out, you might get an extra pair of netball shoes in
shoes.
your contract. That was what we
Really?
were
What
holding out
brand?
for. Asics.
Asics.
You're the
Sound
best.
body, sound mind, yeah.
Hey, Seabass,
no.
can I ask you a question about the super shot in netball? Because it came on towards the end of your career, and some would suggest that that was one of the reasons that you quit. Or true? No,
I didn't quit. I
Yeah,
wasn't
because
offered a contract.
You went to because you went to New Zealand. So do you think it was because they didn't deem you proficient enough at the 2-point shot to warrant your position on the team, or what do you reckon that was?
No, so the 2-point came in when I was at the Giants, and the coach at the time just preferred the other shooter shooting them to me. So I wanted to shoot them, but I
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
told
right.
stay inside the 1-point zone.
Yeah, right.
So I actually wasn't encouraged to take them. I would have loved to have shot a 2-point. I don't mind.
Do you like the innovation in the game, given that it's not what's played internationally?
I think it gets confusing, and for an international player who plays in our league and then has to go back, like, yes, it does change the way that you play the game, especially if you're a defender.
Yes.
Changes the way that you position. If you're an attacker, it changes the tactics when the time is getting close. So, I don't love it because I'm a traditionalist, but I
Yeah.
agree it is exciting and it stops some of the blowout games that have happened.
Yeah.
There you go. She's not too tall for us, everyone.
No.
She's not too tall for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
you-
jump in
let's-
your Hyundai and go
Let's get
home.
that car for you. We'll get that car for you.
Can't wait.
Wow.
Thanks, Seabass. We'll talk again next week.
Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Sean Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.